Hello my dear students, welcome to our today's class, and today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 5, heat. Okay, so students, in the previous standard we have learned about heat and the different types of heat transfer. Yes, then we have also performed few experiments related to expansion and contraction of solids, liquids and gases. Yes, we have learned about the difference between heat and temperature. Okay, yeah. Then we have also seen how the temperature is measured using thermometer. You all know that. Okay, so this we have learned in our previous standard. In this chapter, we are going to learn about the concept like latent heat of phase transformation, then anomalous behavior of water, dew point, humidity, specific heat capacity, etc. So these are the points which are there. These are the concepts that we are going to learn in this chapter. Okay. So let us start about our first topic, that is latent heat. Okay, so here is one activity which is given in your textbook. Okay, so that is very easy. So let's see what is that activity tells us about. Okay, so what we have to take? We have to take a few pieces of ice in a glass beaker. Okay, we have to take few pieces of ice in a glass beaker. Then we have to insert the bulb of thermometer in ice and measure its temperature. Okay, then what we have to do? We have to insert a bulb of thermometer in ice. Okay, it is like this. Okay, the setup will be like this, and we have to measure its temperature. Okay, then put the beaker on the stand and heat the ice using a burner. Then what we have to do? We have to on this kind of burner. Okay, and record the temperature using the thermometer after every minute. And what we have to do? We have to record the temperature which will show over here using what? Thermometer after every minute. So after every minute we have to record the temperature. Okay, then what happened? As the ice is heated, it starts melting. Yes, of course, जब ice heat होगा तब क्या होगा? वो melt हो जाएगा. Okay, then what we have to do? We have to stir the mixture of water and ice. Okay, then we have to stir. Okay, we have to stir this mixture of water and ice. Continue the heating even after ice starts melting. ओके, आइस जब भी मेल्ट हो जाएगा उसके बाद भी क्या करना है? हीट देना है. ओके, वी हैव टू कंटिन्यू हीटिंग. And then at the last we have to draw a graph of temperature versus time. How this graph will show that how this graph we are going to draw, that I will show you later. Okay, at the last what we have to do? We have to draw a graph of temperature versus time. Yes, so this is the activity that we have to perform. Then from this activity what we are going to see, what we are going to get. Okay, so this type of graph that I was talking about. Okay, that we will see in detail later. So first see what observation we have got after this experiment. Okay, so the temperature of the mixture remains 0 degrees Celsius till the ice melts completely. Okay, you understand? The temperature of the mixture will remains what? It will remain 0 degrees Celsius till the ice melts completely. That means ice should need to melt completely. Okay, yes. If we continue heating, even after conversion of all the ice into the water, the temperature of water starts rising and reaches to 100 degree Celsius. Okay, जब भी उसके बाद भी हम लोगों ने स्टार्ट किया हीट देना. ओके, इफ वी कंटिन्यू हीटिंग इवन आफ्टर कन्वर्शन ऑफ ऑल द आइस इनटू वाटर, ओके, देन व्हाट हैपेंड? द टेम्परेचर ऑफ वाटर स्टार्ट्स राइजिंग. तब क्या हो जाएगा? टेम्परेचर ऑफ वाटर जो है वो स्टार्ट हो जाएगा राइजिंग होने को, एंड इट रीचेस to the 100 degree Celsius. Okay, at this temperature water starts converting into steam. Okay, steam, which means what? A droplet, like a vapor, like a little bit vapor, like a droplet. Okay, so at this temperature what happen? Water starts converting into steam. Okay, which means from one phase it starts converting into the different phase. Okay, the temperature of water remains constant at 100 degrees Celsius till all the water converts into steam. Okay, so here all the water should needs to convert into the steam. Okay, yes. Here you can see in this diagram, here it will shows like a degree Celsius and this is the time. Okay, yes. Then students, in this graph, line AB represent conversion of ice into water at constant temperature. Where is line AB? Okay, yes. So this is a line AB. What it represents? It represents the conversion of ice into water at constant temperature. Okay, here the temperature is not changing. The temperature is constant. Okay. So when ice is heated, it melts at 0 degree Celsius and converts into water at this constant temperature. तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है, ice जो है when ice is heated, it melts at 0 degree Celsius. When ice is heated, it melts at 0 degree Celsius and converts into water at this constant temperature. It gets converted into water. Here you can see from this it starting from water. It has to start to convert into the water. Water, which means which phase? Liquid phase. Yes. The ice absorb heat energy during this transition and the absorption of energy continues till all the ice convert into water. So as I have told earlier that all the ice should need to convert into the water. Okay, the temperature remain constant during this transition. Okay, the temperature जो है वो भी constant रहता है during this transition. Yes. Then this constant temperature at which the ice converts into water is called as melting point of ice. Okay, this is very important. What is the melting point of ice? It will ask for MCQ or else it will ask for definition type of thing. So what is the answer of that is, you know, the constant temperature at which ice converts into water is called as melting point of ice. Okay, ice जो है at a particular temperature पे किस में convert हो जाता है? It gets convert into water. Okay, ice is a solid phase. So when the solid phase gets converted into the water, which means liquid phase, at this point is called as what? Melting point of ice. सिंपली यू हैव टू रिमेंबर कि जब आइस जो है वो मेल्ट हो जाता है एंड कन्वर्ट होता है इनटू वाटर, देन इट इज कॉल्ड एज मेल्टिंग पॉइंट ऑफ वाटर. ओके, thus during transition of solid phase to liquid, yes, ice is a solid phase and it gets converted into liquid. Yes, the object absorb heat energy. Yes, but its temperature does not increase. but क्या होता है, ऑब्जेक्ट जो है वो हीट एनर्जी एब्जॉर्ब करता है but its temperature does not increased. Okay, this heat energy is utilized for weakening of the bonds between the atoms or molecules in the solid and transform it into the liquid phase. Okay, so as I have told here that this is all process related to solid phase to the liquid phase. Okay, from ice to the water. तो क्या होता है, हीट एनर्जी जो है वो यूटिलाइज्ड हो जाती है फॉर वीकनिंग ऑफ द बॉन्ड्स बिटवीन द एटम्स or molecules in the solid and transform into the new liquid phase as the ice gets converted into water. Okay, yes. The heat energy absorbed at constant temperature during transformation of solid into liquid is called as latent heat of fusion. Okay, so there is two definition. Students, don't confused between these two definition. Okay, what is the first definition? The heat energy absorbed at constant temperature during transformation of solid into liquid is called the latent heat of fusion, and the amount of heat energy absorbed at constant temperature by unit mass of a solid. Okay, here you can see the unit mass of the solid to convert into liquid phase is called the specific heat, latent heat of fusion. यहाँ पे जो है लेटेंट हीट ऑफ फ्यूजन में क्या है, इसमें यूनिट मास नहीं है. ओके, एंड स्पेसिफिक हीट, लेटेंट हीट ऑफ फ्यूजन में यूनिट मास है. ओके, so this is the difference between these two definition. Don't confuse between latent heat of fusion and specific latent heat of fusion. In specific latent heat of fusion, what we used, that the amount of heat energy absorbed at constant temperature by unit mass of a solid. Okay, unit mass of a solid. Okay, once all the ice is transformed into water, the temperature of water starts rising. जब all the ice जो है वो water में transform हो जाता है, at that time what happen? The temperature of water जो है वो starts rising. Okay, here you can see the temperature of water starts rising. It increases up to 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, it increases up to 100 degrees Celsius. Here you can see the graph will shows like it increases at up to 100 degrees Celsius. Line BC in the graph represents rise in the temperature of water from 0 degrees Celsius to the 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, line AB represent what? Constant temperature, but line BC represent increase in the temperature. Yes. Even though heat energy is supplied to the water, its temperature does not rise. Okay, the heat energy is absorbed by water at this temperature and used to break the bond between the molecules of liquid and converts the liquid into the gaseous state. ओके, तो यहाँ पे क्या हो जाता है, जब टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज हो जाता है, एट दैट टाइम द लिक्विड गेट्स कन्वर्टेड इनटू द गैसियस स्टेट. हियर द लिक्विड फेज गेट्स कन्वर्टेड इनटू गैसियस फेज. So these two phases we have to observe over here. In the earlier what we have observed, solid gets converted into liquid. Okay, but here the liquid gets converted into gaseous state. Okay, gaseous which means what? Vapors. Okay, vaporization. So the process of vaporization takes place over here. Okay, let's see. Thus, during transformation of the liquid phase to the gas phase, heat energy is absorbed by the liquid, but its temperature does not change. Yes. The constant temperature at which the liquid transforms into gaseous state is called boiling point of the liquid. Okay, so here please remember the term, students. The constant temperature at which liquid transformed into gaseous state. लिक्विड जो है जब गैसियस स्टेट में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, देन दैट इज कॉल्ड एज बॉइलिंग पॉइंट ऑफ लिक्विड. एंड व्हाट इज मेल्टिंग पॉइंट ऑफ आइस? द टेम्परेचर एट विच आइस गेट्स कन्वर्ट इनटू वाटर. ओके, and here liquid gets converted into gaseous state, so that is called as boiling point. Okay, liquid कब gaseous में ट्रांसफॉर्म हो जाता है? जब वो बॉयल होता है, जब उसको हीट मिलती है. ओके, यस. So the heat energy is absorbed at constant temperature during transformation of liquid into gas is called latent heat of vaporization. Okay, so heat energy is absorbed. The heat energy absorbed at constant temperature during transformation of liquid into gas is called as the latent heat of vaporization. Okay, and the amount of heat energy absorbed at a constant temperature by unit mass of liquid. यहाँ पे भी देखो unit mass of liquid. Okay, unit mass आया, that means specific latent heat of vaporization. Okay, let's see the definition once. the amount of heat energy absorbed at constant temperature by unit mass of a liquid to convert into gaseous phase is called as specific latent heat of vaporization. Remember the term very nicely. जब liquid जो है वो gaseous में convert हो जाता है, okay, and then this is called as what? Latent heat of vaporization. But जब भी unit mass ये term use होता है for a liquid to convert into gaseous phase, then it is called as specific latent heat of vaporization. Specific latent heat, specific heat is given. Okay. So here the different substances have the different melting points and boiling points. Okay, all the substances, their melting point and boiling point is different. Different substance has the different melting points and boiling points. Okay, and the value of melting point, boiling point and latent heat depend upon atmospheric pressure. ओके जो भी चेंजेस आते हैं एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर में, एटमॉस्फेयर में, सो दैट इज डिपेंड्स अपॉन व्हाट? सो the melting point, boiling point and latent heat, it is depend upon atmospheric pressure. Okay, and the different substance have the different melting and boiling points. Okay, so here is one table which shows that the substances, okay, then their melting point, boiling point, their specific latent heat of fusion and the specific latent heat of vaporization. Okay, no need to remember all this because this is you can't remember all these terms, but just go through and see to it that what is the melting point of water and this is a boiling point of water and like that. Okay, so go through the content, go through the table, students. Yes, so today we have started a new chapter, that is heat. Then we have seen one activity, okay, of latent heat. Then we have learned about what is melting point of ice. Yes, then we have seen one graph. Okay, so half the temperature is constant during the point AB and half it gets increases from point B to C. Yes, okay, so we have learned that, we have seen that. Then we have learned the specific latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fusion, yes. Then we have seen boiling point and the latent heat of vaporization, okay, and the specific latent heat of vaporization. Okay, go through the content, go through the table, go through all the topics, I mean whatever is there in the video. Okay, thank you students, God bless you, and please study because your semester exam is on the way. Okay, complete your assignments on time because it carries marks. Okay, thank you students.